Okay, so today in class we're going to talk about an interactive notebook and how we're going to use it in class. Obviously, you want to be successful in science class and in life, so this use of the interactive notebook is going to help you do that. All right, you've heard yourself say many of times, I can't find my notes, I don't know what my homework is, what did I get on my quiz, I can't remember what we did in class last time. I'm not sure if it's in my locker, it might be in my book bag, maybe it's in my room, maybe I left it at so-and-so's house, or my dog ate it, or I left it on the bus. Um, the famous thing is, I was absent. What did I miss? You will never know what you missed if you're not here, obviously. But obviously, if you're not here, you missed something. So the interactive notebook would help you keep those things in order. So we're going to get it together with your interactive notebook. If you follow these steps, we're going to get it set up. So from here on out, we're going to be using this interactive notebook in class. Let's talk about what an interactive notebook is. It is going to be a personalized textbook where you're going to have all the information that you need for the class in this notebook that you've created. It's your working portfolio, meaning that it has your notes, your classwork, everything that you're doing to help you be successful is going to be located in one convenient spot for you. It's going to be better than a regular notebook because in a regular notebook you're just jotting down notes, jotting down information, maybe gluing some things in, but now it's interactive where you're going to be part of the creation and part of your learning. Now, we're going to use the left side and the right side, meaning that the page on the left side and the page on the right side, not splitting a particular page in half. It is the left side and the right side of the notebook when you open the book up. Your left side is for you. This is the side that you're going to use to show what you know, show how you understand what has been taught to you. It's your expression side for you to express yourself. The right side is restricted. This is going to only contain information that I've given you, your guided notes, things of that nature. There should be nothing else placed on this side. You should not just be periodic gluing things in to your notebook. I will tell you what goes on this side because this side gets the information that comes from me. Let's talk a little bit more about your left side. So again, this side belongs to you. This is your personal side, and it's going to contain things that maybe come from your prime time. If there's warm-ups that are placed in class, which will be listed on prime time, any day's activity, assignment that we do, it's an area where you can be creative, where your book actually comes to life, and it shows how you understand what we've discussed and what I've taught you in class. This page is going to include diagrams, cartoons, drawings, poems, raps, songs, foldables, anything that you are able to create to show your learning and I give you instructions with, that is going to be here. These are going to be your odd pages, so your page 1, 3, 5, 7, all of those pages, your odd numbers are going to be on this side. These are some examples of things that you may be doing on the left side. Some example of some left side types of things. Warm-ups, foldables and webs, any diagrams that you draw, poems, raps, songs, all of those things. And any reflections if you have to write about what it is that you learned and elaborate a little more, being creative. And if we draw comics or any drawings, that will go here. Here are some examples of someone that illustrated the food web with the food chain. Another illustration of inside of the planet. Notice the detail, how the person was able to show their artistic abilities. Here's a foldable where you have the closed and you open it. Notice the color, it's very colorful. It makes you want to kind of see what it's all about because it looks fun. Those are some of the things that we'll be creating for your left side. Concept maps with lots of colors and detail. Drawings, having fun and being creative, but displaying what you know, being a show-off basically, and you can do that in your notebook. Here's some comic strips, and then some Venn diagrams, not your typical boring diagrams, very colorful. Drawings are there. The right side, remember, This side belongs to me. It's like it's a me side, but it's our because we'll do it together. And this should only contain things that I've directed you to put there and guided you with. Nothing else should be placed on this page. No phone numbers, no doodling, no drawing on it, no gluing anything else on it. These are the guided notes and guided materials that I give you. These are the things that you are going to be able to study for your tests and your quizzes. And then you're using this side to show your creativity on the left side. These are your even pages, 2, 4, 6, 8, and all the even numbers. Here are some examples of assignments for the right side. Notice this is a guided note where you're filling in the blanks that I've given you something to create, but these are notes. Vocabulary will go on this side. Anything that I've given you. Your materials. These are the things that you need to bring to class every day. Your composition notebook. This is your science notebook. Pencils need to be brought to class every single day. Obviously, they need to be sharpened so that you're ready to write and learn. But this is very simple. This is all you need to bring. I will provide the other materials. These are my materials that I'm providing to you that will be located in your station and must be put back and kept up with. Each station has a certain amount of materials that are labeled on the box, and you and your group are responsible for those materials. If the materials are not placed back where they belong, then there will be consequences. So please, when you are done, you need to make sure you count up your materials, everything is there, and bring the materials back to me. The materials that we will use for your interactive notebook and the materials that I am providing for you. You have colored pencils because an interactive notebook should be colorful so that it's something that you want to look at, something that you want to work in. You also are going to have scissors because there are things that we're going to be creating and cutting and putting in your notebook. Highlighters. Our notes are going to be highlighted and colorful. We want to look at them. You're highlighting the major points and you're also making it pretty. Pencil sharpeners are in your basket. This will increase our instruction time and your learning time because you're not having to get up and walk to the pencil sharpener because I've already placed one in your basket for you. Your pencil sharpener also includes an eraser. It's a dual sharpener eraser. Please make sure you take care of that. Do not destroy it. Be appreciative of the things that have been offered to you. Here's the eraser for you so you don't need to ask someone to borrow their things. Everything's there for you to share. There are 4 set pairs of scissors in the baskets for each person in the group. There's 4 highlighters in the basket for each person in the group. There is one set of eraser sharpener for each person in the group. In addition, you're not going to be using any markers in your notebook because the marker bleeds through and it messes up your notes and it no longer becomes legible to see the things there. We also have glue sticks that we're going to need to glue things down for the notebook, and there are 4 in each container. All right, moving on. You're going to be creating a cover for your notebook because this is your notebook. You want it to be expressive of you. You want this notebook to identify you. When people see it, you're going to want to look in it, and that's going to say something about you. So once you create and you own it, then you're going to want to take care of it. The name of the course should be on your cover. It should also include your block that you have science. It should include me, your awesome teacher, Mrs. Wiggins, and obviously your name. But you're going to take a blank sheet of paper and you're going to design your blank sheet of paper so that you can make something that looks creative and looks cool and is you. It says you all over it, besides having your name. Here's my notebook. And now let's open the pages and create our table of contents. On the very, very first page, the first 3 pages are front and back. These are going to be your table of contents. So it's not the left-right orientation that we just talked about for the first 3 pages because we're going to have our table of contents and then we'll start numbering our pages after that. So make sure your table of contents looks exactly like this. When I say exactly, that means on the first line, have the word table of contents. You have a left margin on skip a line, and on your left margin, write the word date, and all down here will be the dates. In the middle, write description. This will be the title of your object on the page, or task, or assignment. And then in the right margin, write page number, and this will have your page number. Do this on the first page, then turn the page, and right on the back of that page, do it again. And then on the right side on the very next page, do it a third time. Then your notebook is set and ready for us to get started. Here are your notebook rules. First off, do not rip any pages out of your notebook. Don't tear any corners. You should take care of this notebook and make it your pride and joy because this is a part of you and you don't want to ruin yourself. There's no doodling. That doesn't relate to science. So don't just start writing and drawing all over it and scribbling. That's not what this notebook is for. It is for your learning and your growth. Notebooks should be used for science class only. Please don't have math, ELA, arts, music notes, anything like that in this notebook. It should be what we've worked on together. And we're going to date and number each page, and that should be in the left-hand corner. And this just reminds you of the date we did certain things if you ever have to go back and refer to an assignment. And then lastly, all entries must go in the table of contents. Actually, this is second to last. Everything we put in our notebook must be in your table of contents. You don't pick up a book and find there's some random page in there that is not part of your table of contents. This helps you keep organized. You never know if you have an open notebook test and I refer you to a certain page or title, you will be able to find it with your table of contents immediately to maximize your success. And lastly, you're going to be very colorful and you're going to love your notebook. So hold your notebook dear to your heart. It is a part of you. This is you when you are not around. So take care of it and love it. Here on the wall, you will see the interactive notebook information, just reminders all the time of how the notebook is worked. Notice you have information for talking about the left side and how the left side is put together, information for the right side and how the right side is put together. Down below, you have your expectations. You should have your notebook in every class. Why? Because you want to do well in class. It's your responsibility to get your notes and your work missed. Hence this video. If you miss something, then you need to be on the wiki page watching the video so that you can get updated and you can update your notebook. You want to do well in class and in life, so don't miss out on something. You want to use glue or tape only. Do not use staples because that ruins your notebook. You want to keep organization. That's why we're doing this. And neatness. 4. We will number our notebook the same. That means do not just add extra pages and write extra things. If we need to add paper, we will do so. Adding paper means that we will glue it to the bottom of the page that we're working on because maybe we need more room. And from there, we will then continue to move on. You're going to write legibly and be colorful using pens, colored pencils, highlighters. Make your notes something that you want to look at. This helps you to be successful because now you're owning what it is that you need to know. And lastly, we're going to create a portfolio. This will be for assignments that are too bulky to go into your notebook and your quizzes so that once I grade them, I'm going to put them in your portfolio so that you have this information. Your portfolio should include your first and last name in the top right corner or the little tab that's hanging from the folder. And then you're also going to decorate this and make this your own, having the word science on there. So you're going to own these things so that it's something that you're going to want to take pride in and put good things in, which means your work for you to be successful in science class. And from there, we're ready to go. And we're ready to get set and get started.